In your headlines, a $210 million residential resort community development is the latest addition to high-end luxury brand of properties. PR experts urge persons to sign up for a reputation marketing workshop. An ex-Salvation Army captain is to receive sentencing in court this week. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Wednesday, March 30th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. Ex-Salvation Army Captain Derek Miller is expected to receive sentencing in court this upcoming Thursday after charges of sexual misconduct and grooming of underage girls. Newswatch with the latest.
The case will be brought before Justice Tanya Jackson on Thursday, his attorney negotiating a reduced sentence after pleading guilty to the charge in relation to the two young girls, while a third person has since come forth claiming to have been assaulted by Miller when she was younger. The ex-Salvation Army captain, Derek Miller, was charged back in 2021 with a number of sex offenses involving a minor. The 47-year-old was charged with unlawful carnal knowledge, attempted rape, meeting a child following sexual grooming, and sexual communications with a child. The 7-year TCI resident is a native of Guyana and served as the captain of the TCI Salvation Army at the time of his arrest. He's being represented by attorney Lara Maroof-Mizik.
The Ministry of Finance, Investment, and Trade wishes to advise that applications under the updated first-time homeowners policy will be received on the 1st of April 2022. We bring you the details. The complete criteria to apply for stamp duty and import duties concession will reportedly be available at exemptions.gov.tc. The overall aim of the new first-time homeowners policy is to provide Turks and Caicos Islanders status holders and British Overseas Territory citizens ages 18 years and above the opportunity to purchase, build their first home, carry out the necessary refurbishments to their existing homes, or repair damages incurred to their existing home as the result of a natural or man-made disaster. We gather that this program and its incentives will give Turks and Caicos Islanders status holders and BOTCs a reduction of up to $50,000 in stamp duty and or an import duty concession on building materials, appliances, furniture, and fixtures, and the $50,000 can be applied into Part 2 stamp duty and or import duty. Eligible applicants will be granted an exemption from import duties up to $50,000 once every 10 years, and the $50,000 exemption must be drawn down within 18 months from the approval date. Something to note is that the exemptions are not automatic and must be applied for. The customs processing fee remains due and payable. Additionally, the stamp duty exemption cannot be applied or combined with stamp duty exemptions or reductions on property acquired from the Turks and Caicos Islands government. Applicants are advised that incomplete applications will not be processed. Therefore, it is important that you ensure that you read the instructions on exemptions.gov.tc carefully so as to understand how to complete the application and the evidence that must be provided. It should be noted that all documentation provided must be certified by a notary or justice of the peace. Furthermore, applicants will be notified of the outcome as soon as possible following the submission of their applications, which can take up to 4 weeks. Newswatch understands that successful applicants will receive an approval letter issued by the Turks and Caicos Islands government. The letter must then be submitted to the Land of Registry along with the transfer as a part of the process. Don't go anywhere. More Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. The Strand, a $210 million residential resort community development, is the latest addition to Turks and Caicos Island's high-end luxury brand of properties. We bring you the details. Overlooking the sapphire blue waters of Cooperjack Bay with dramatic vistas and an awe-inspiring setting, the Strand is a $210 million residential resort community development and is the latest addition to Turks and Caicos Island's high-end luxury brand of properties.
Today, we're here to celebrate the beginning of the Strand, where we endeavor to create another iconic resort that'll be beautiful the day it's completed and even more beautiful 50 years from now. For me, this is my legacy project, and the Strand is being developed to compete with the finest ultra-luxury residential resorts in North America.
The groundbreaking ceremony for the development, which will be located on 2,230 linear feet of pristine ocean frontage on Cooperjack Bay in Providenciales, took place on Friday, March 25th, 2022.
It's all about a celebration of Turks and Caicos and living our best life. It's about being grounded in community and being focused on sustainability. To create a legacy resort, you have to create a sustainable culture. That culture has to be involved with the community and it has to be in harmony with nature. And by the way, I promise that Natalie will make this beautiful again with native plants and trees.
Among those attending the ceremony were Her Excellency Acting Governor Anya Williams, Premier Washington Mizik, Minister of Education Honorable Rachel Taylor, Minister of Tourism Honorable Josephine Connolly, Minister of Home Affairs Honorable Otis Morris, Minister of Health Honorable Jamel Robinson, MP Honorable Samuel Bean, and other dignitaries.
We see these islands continuing to grow and to develop over the course of the next few years. But what we're trying to do is to build for a sustainable future. And so we're pleased with the development that is coming forward on this property because it's in line with our National Physical Development Plan goals. We as a country and as a government want to continue to partner with investors to ensure that there's long-term growth and sustainability for the Turks and Caicos Islands. And so we're happy to be here today to support the developers. We hope that this project will not only come to fruition, but that it will do so on a timely basis. We look forward to being back here soon for the ribbon cutting ceremony. And we want to continue to wish you all the best as we continue to build brand Turks and Caicos. Thank you.
The Strand's full resort-style amenities, 5-star services, and array of community programming will bring something truly unique and new to the Turks and Caicos. Debbie Ann Jolie, the stammering communicator, in collaboration with TND Communications' very own Tessa Drayton, will host its first reputation marketing workshop for Caribbean entrepreneurs. Here's more. On Saturday, April 9th, 2022, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., Debbie Ann Jolie, known as the Stammering Communicator, will be partnering with TND Communications' very own Tessa Drayton to host a workshop for Caribbean entrepreneurs.
Again, it's as you mentioned, it is a workshop on April the 9th. It is geared towards C-suite executives, managers, senior level managers and leadership teams, entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized firms, and those persons that are really looking for a better understanding and appreciation of how their organization, the reputation, impacts business, impacts sales, impacts growth, and really the aim of the workshop is to really build awareness for why companies need to look at their reputation as part of their overall mission, vision, and business strategy.
The workshop, themed Grow Your Business from the Caribbean, is a virtual event focused on teaching Caribbean-based service providers how to successfully manage their individual and business reputations so they can grow their brands and increase sales globally and not just in the Caribbean.
It is also, the workshop is also a part or an extension of the Grow Your Business in the Caribbean initiative. So it's not just a one-time thing. This is just one aspect, but we would definitely be having ongoing workshops regionally and thereby extended internationally in time to come about the Grow Your Business in the Caribbean initiative, which encourages entrepreneurs, our target audiences that Debbie mentioned, entrepreneurs, C-suite executives, everyone involved in business, small, medium, or large, to have an understanding of what is exactly needed, the facets needed to thrive in a business, for a business to thrive and to stay relevant in a competing market.
It is the first time that the two professionals, both based in Trinidad and Tobago, are collaborating in an effort to combine their unique skill sets for the best possible outcome.
I've done a series of workshops and a number of things, but this is particularly dear to me because I see the importance of looking at your reputation from a strategic perspective. And we've gotten a lot of feedback as well, because Tess and I did a webinar in February where a lot of persons have misconceptions about your reputation, have misconceptions about what type of content they need to put out. How are they separating them, their personal selves from their business? So there is a lot of gray areas for entrepreneurs and leaders. So I think it's excellent. Again, it's a wonderful collaboration for Tess and I, and we plan to do many, many more collaborations like this.
The PR experts reveal that they believe they have extensive knowledge on the needs of the market and that their professional background enables them to be empathetic towards the needs of businesses and entrepreneurs.
My background has always been in communications, and I have worked with persons in the PR industry, in the private sector, as well as most recently international company. I don't want to give it away just yet, functioning in the area of communications and crisis management. So I have extensive knowledge of what is needed, and my interaction also with small and medium-sized businesses and entrepreneurs gives me a better understanding of what people's needs are. I've also worked with NGOs, international as well as locally, in the area of public relations. So I have an idea of the different aspect of sectors and how to meet their communication needs.
Newswatch understands that although planning such a grand event can be draining, the women still feel excited because they get to function in the fields they're passionate about.
We're also passionate about learning, as well as we're giving knowledge to persons. We're also excited about learning, about receiving and making things better, not just for us, but for our neighbors, for our brothers and sisters. We want everybody to benefit. It's not even about you do this for money. That's understood. You're compensated for your skill set. But at the end of the day, we want to know that we were able to help you, help your business thrive, help you as an individual become better at what you're doing. And that inspires us and motivates us to press forward.
Entrepreneurs who have been in businesses for up to 5 years, small and medium-sized businesses, C-suite executives, and managers will get the opportunity to learn and benefit from the knowledge, experience, and strategies of two leading women in the marketing and communications industry.
It's really targeted, again, to different types of individuals. One, we're looking at C-suite executives and senior managers because at the end of the day, they are the leaders of their organization. So it could be like HR managers, CMOs, operations managers, because they are responsible for navigating their organization, and they will be playing a very key role in the reputation of their organization. In many instances, they are the face of their organization. They are keynote speakers. They speak at different conferences, trainings, etc. So it is important for them to have a clear understanding of how reputation marketing can actually impact their business and why it needs to be a part of the company philosophy.
Attendees can reportedly look forward to learning about leadership and reputation management, customer retention strategies, and how to remain competitive in the business world.
It's going to touch on crisis management. It's going to touch on things like companies or individuals who don't respond well to negative comments, and how are you supposed to go about that and securing your brand. Again, it's going to talk to the leadership team, because reputation comes from on top and it has to cascade down. So it's going to have an element of leadership and the role of leadership in executing that. And again, we're going to talk about things that you're supposed to be doing online versus offline.
Finally, the PR experts are urging persons to register, as you won't want to miss this engaging workshop they're preparing.
The overall cost is 400 TT, that's in our currency, but 65 US. And we have an early bird special that lasts until March 31st, I believe.
Which is this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
And you will get it at 55 US. We are accommodating groups of 3 to 5 within organizations. Even if you register after the early bird special, you'll still be able to benefit from the 55 US. So I urge persons to invest. You might say that's sounding like a lot, but it is an investment, not just for you and not just for now, not just for your business right now, but further down the road. We're always thinking ahead of what our business.
Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your sports authority and weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your sports authority and weather forecast.
In advance of next month's Curfew Games, swimmers from the Provo Aquatic Swim Club traveled to Nassau, the Bahamas over the weekend. This provided junior swimmers with the opportunity to record their first official swim race and demonstrate their skills. Ethan Davis expanded his skill sets and achieved improved times in races such as his newest and longest distance, the 200 meters freestyle. Daniel Burgess, Jaden Davis, Angelina Lindenhahn, Sophie Taylor, Ethan Gardner, Tice Burgess, and Sean Walters are 7 of the 10 CURFTA 2022 representatives that joined the team in Nassau, Bahamas. The group wasn't short on medals either.
I think this was a wonderful meet and event to go to, especially before our last meet before CURFTA. It was a great way to get into the pool and get into another swim meet, and a way to improve our times but also get a feel for the competition again. I think especially since a lot of us were off for exams, it was a great way to get back into the pool and feel comfortable with our strokes again. I think we all did especially well in our own races, and I definitely think that although some races were better than others, we still managed to do personal best and of course come back with medals.
The Black Marlins Spring Invitational saw podium finishes from Jaden Davis and Tice Burgess. They claimed top honors, winning High Point and first runner-up High Point trophies, respectively.
I felt my performance was excellent because I did 6 events and I medaled in all of them, especially since this was the last event that we would have went to before CURFTA, so I'm happy with my performance and I look forward to CURFTA.
I think it was a very successful event. I think we were able to see where our strengths and our weaknesses were, especially since it's our last meet before CURFTA. I think it was a really good opportunity for us, and I'm reasonably happy with my performance.
Newcomer Azan Allen hit the pool for the first time and swam a vibrant 50 meters freestyle.
Hello, my name is Azan, and this was my first swim meet, and I was so excited I want to go again.
I think it was a pretty good meet overall for all of the swimmers, and for me especially, it was good to get back to doing some races that I haven't done in a while since before COVID, and so it was good to try and get some race strategy back for those races and see how good I was at doing them before Krista.
Coach Zeke Hall stated that while collecting awards is not the primary target of competition, it's encouraging to see the swimmers with their collection of awards at the end of swim meets.
I think we had an excellent meet. The sprint invitational was right on time to help us gauge where we are with our sprint work and our race strategies. The swimmers applied themselves, they did very well, and we're looking forward to moving on to Carifta.
We'll bring you more from the swim team in a subsequent newscast. You can learn more about the Provo Aquatic Foundation via their website at provoaquaticsfoundation.com. For your Sports Authority, I'm Ali Carvey.
Here's your weather forecast for March 31st, 2022. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 79, low 76, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 76, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:44 a.m., sunset 7:04 p.m., and for your high tides and low tides, high tides 7:58 a.m., 8:20 p.m., and low tides 1:48 a.m., 2:07 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. In partnership with the East Bay Resort, South Caicos, and the Departments of Youth Affairs and Culture, Turks and Caicos Islands Junior Humanitarian of the Year, Mr. Arian Lewis, will host the first ever AOL Youth Empowerment and Mentorship Conference. Take a look. Mr. Lewis, a native of South Caicos, has planned to provide the youth of South Caicos with valuable knowledge from a host of professionals from all aspects of public and private sectors. Host Mr. Arian Lewis shared that the main focus of this conference is to encourage youth development through exposure and to teach the benefits and importance of dream building, personal responsibility, positive self-image, responsible conduct, respect for themselves and others, educational achievement, and cultural enrichment. To achieve these goals, the committee members reportedly have a plethora of workshop and mentors that are ready and fired up to meet the youth throughout the community of South Caicos and to begin the process of empowering future minds. This will include, but not limited to, etiquette training with Lady Delphia Mizik, cultural enrichment with the Department of Culture, youth empowerment with Mrs. Jasmine Thomas, STEM workshop with Mr. Lakenze Mizik, founder of the Math Lab, Pretty Careers Grooming, and mastering a skill in the beauty industry with Miss Nakia Wilson, being a humanitarian with Mr. Stan Hartling, CEO of the Shore Club and Level Up, with Miss Karen Witt. Owner of East Bay Resort South Caicos, Mr. Michael Tibbetts, shared that East Bay Resort is delighted to be the host sponsor for the AOL Youth Conference 2022. By hosting the conference, Mr. Lewis hopes to provide a welcoming space for the teens to share ideas, learn new skills, and develop leadership qualities. Investing in our local youth today will generate a better skilled workforce for the future and inspire the next generation of leaders. Director of Cultural, Miss Ladwina Fulford, shared that it brings us great joy to partner with Mr. Arian Lewis for this powerful initiative. Whenever we have the opportunity to partner with different stakeholders within the community, particularly when it comes to providing positive activities for our youth to be engaged in, we count it a privilege. We must see our youth as our future leaders, our policy engineers, and technocrats who will become trailblazers and open up new pathways for improving the quality of life for future generations. I wish to commend Mr. Lewis and his team for the great work that they do and wish him every success in this and other project that he undertakes. In addition, the Director of Youth Affairs shared that the Department of Youth Affairs is elated to be partnering with Mr. Lewis, our former youth ambassador, and his team. It is imperative that we give our youth the necessary tools to succeed in life. Empowering young people means to create and support enabling conditions that will not only feed their drive and creativity, but give them knowledge that guides them to act on their own behalf. Mr. Lewis is a glaring example of empowering youth in our nation. He is showing young people what it means to advocate and empower our future generations. The event is scheduled to take place on April 11th to the 16th at the luxurious East Bay Resort in South Caicos. That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.